Here we go. 6:40. We have 100% on the Zoe. And we're going to try get all the way to St Paul's Cathedral in London from Stoke on Trent with the Zoe, an old Zoe. Okay, we've reset kilowatt hours and the miles. Let's go find out. Ready. Right, that's a worry straight off. Just as I pulled away, now saying 75 miles of range. This could be fun. So I've got it on eco. I've gone up to 78 miles as we're driving. I guess the battery's warmed a bit, and we'll see how we go. Now when I get on the motorway in a bit, that's not going to be quite as good, so I'm going to have to take it out of the eco and we'll see what that does to it. Okay, so far we're in Birmingham, so of course we're stationary. So we've hit the first bit of traffic, and as you can see, we've done almost 30 miles, and we're on 60-mile range. So if it carries on like that, that's 90 miles potential range, which is better than the 75 that it started off on. So we might try and start looking for chargers fairly soon, but as for now we're going okay. Okay, we're at Frankly Services, the first charging point. We're going to give it a go. Which I've success, plugged in. It's saying 45 minutes remaining to fully charge. It says charging. You can press stop charging there, you can stop it here, so time to chill. Okay, so 20 minutes in and we're at 85% already, so I'm going to stop at that and get on my way. And yeah, I didn't even have time to get a coffee. I was going to get one, but there was a big queue at the Greggs, and by the time the queue had gone, we're charged. So £2, 6.7 kilowatt hours in. We've only used 8, so yeah, that's pretty good. And it just cost £2, so I'm going to stop this now and we'll get on our way. So potential charging number 2, Warwick Services. So we've used 15 kilowatt hours in total. We've done 73.5 miles. I've got 45 miles of range still left, but I'm just going to top up anyway, and then we'll see if we go to Oxford or a bit further. Tesla vehicle charging. Well, not yet, but soon, I hope. There we go. There's a couple of them here, so that's good. Alright, well, we're charging. Back then 52% again. And so between 52 and 82 takes no time at all. So this time I'm going to learn and actually go and get myself a coffee. Face mask time, and off we go. Okay, not quite 9 o'clock yet. And we're at Warwick Services, already up to 63%, so charging quite well. Cost about £2.50 so far in electricity with the 2 stops, but we'll see how much. It's probably at least a couple of quid in this one as well, but it definitely costs more money to fuel myself than it does from that. The old Zoe, and then a brand new one just being delivered. Okay, 92%, 82 miles left on the clock, and £2.64. Off to the next one. There's the Tesla chargers. Okay, I have 40 miles of range. I'm coming up to Oxford Services. I could push on another 27 miles to the next services, but I'm just a little worried that if that charging thing's not working, I'm going to have next to no miles left. Or if I just have a charge here, then I can also stop there as well if I need to. And then I know if that's broken, I've got enough to get there if I have to. So far, 24 kilovolt hours used, 113.4 miles. Find the charging points. Where are the charging points? Oh, there they are. And it looks like it's empty at the moment. There's actually a couple of them. A bit annoying. Gotta go all the way around. Oh, and there's the Tesla ones. Look forward to using them in the future. No, there's a Zoe in front of me. Please don't go use the charging point. Please don't go, Zoe. Oh God, I didn't. I've got 4 Teslas charging on Model 3, 3 Model S's. What's that van doing? Is that, oh, it's reversing. That's okay. Oh, Electro City one. Ah, I'm hoping that is going to be the right type for me. CCS. That's AC. Oh, AC, I've got to use my cable. Okay then. Slight issue with this one that it's a medium charge and not a rapid charge. So as you can see, I had to use my own cable. So that's a lot longer. The good news is there is another charging station a bit further down that I think is a rapid charge, so I'll try and get on that one. But I do need to have a toilet stop, so that's what I'll do, and let it charge while I do that. Okay, the quest continues. Right, We're only up to 76%, so I'm not going to wait here any longer. I'm going to kill this charge. We've got a couple of pounds worth of 6.6 kilowatts in, so it's enough to keep us going and definitely make the next one, which we'll use the Rapid and try and fill it up as much as possible to get us all the way in and out of London. So here we go, stop session, go. It's actually charge number 4 coming up, that's interesting. So junction 2 services, M40, no fuel. Well, hopefully that just means petrol and diesel. We can still fill up, I hope. We're down to 31-mile range again. I was doing the speed limit now. I'm not in eco. I've been driving kind of normally. We're up at, we're doing 70 at the moment. So hopefully this rapid charge working and will give it a real good charge and go all the way into London from here. Play Find the Charger game again. Where are the chargers? There. We have one plugged in, so hopefully we've still got the other ones okay. AC there. Right, we're on 32 miles. Let's go charge. We did pretty much a full charge. So we've got 78 miles now. So I should have enough to go in and out of London. That just cost £3.40. So it's rocking up a little bit. But I just got a good tip that one at the end there on the way back is not connected to the network, so it's free to charge from. So we're going to stop here on the way back and try and use a free one, which would be good. And that's the Grenfell Tower. That's where the fire was. Very sad. So I'm back at the services where I did the last charge. Went from here, I think it's Beaconsfield, I don't know, I'll check. I went from here all the way into London and all the way back out on that charge. I wasn't able to charge in London. I did try in the car park, but it was a system that just wasn't quite working. So when we were here earlier, a guy in a Prius told me that some of these will be free to charge sometimes. It was this first one here. So we're going to try this, see if we can get a free charge and if it's a rapid charge or not. So let's find out. And as you can see, 42 kilowatt hours used, 190 miles, and we've got 36 miles of range. I'm going to see if we can get this charged up as much as possible to minimise the charges on the way home. So, sure enough, that now seems to be charging, although it does say an hour, so I'm not sure if that is rapid charge or if it's the medium charge. I'll see how it goes a bit, because I really don't want to wait for an hour, but I'm hoping that's a bit wrong. I'll show you. That, if that says not connected, apparently charges are free. Have a look at these ones. That one's not on. So that one shows it's connected. Okay, that free charge didn't take an hour as it says. About 40 minutes, and I've got it to about 98%. I couldn't be bothered for the extra 10 minutes for sake of 2%. So it did say 85 miles, so we've got about 65-70 miles to Warwick services, so we can see what happens if we can make that, or am I going to chicken out and stop at Oxford with the slower charger. Hopefully we'll make it to Warwick. Let's see. So as you can see, got 37 miles of range, and you can see that 37 miles to the charger. So I'm bottling out. I've actually gone past the Oxford one, but I'm going to stop at Cherwell Valley instead. So as you can see, 23 miles. That's kind of the lowest it's been so far. And that's because I've changed my tack. I've gone to a fast charger and I've decided to not drive in eco on the motorway doing 59, trying to conserve the battery, but to drive normally, to do 70 and to go with the flow of the traffic, try and make my journey a little quicker, and it uses the battery up a lot more, that's for sure. Range is definitely affected. But I'm hoping if this is a fast charger and I can quickly charge, that will be worth it in the long run, that I can charge quicker and I can get home sooner. So we will see. Fingers crossed. There's only one rapid charger for this car at this service area. No one was. 33% that went down to. So it's saying an hour and 10, but I'm sure it'll be quicker than that. All the others have been. So it is 5:23 now. So we'll see what that says. But I think I'd like to get up into the 90s before I leave here. Interesting thing, the old Zoe is very pessimistic. At 84%, says another half an hour to fully charge it. Yet the app shows 12 minutes, which is a bit more like it. You can see it's Cost £3.42 so far, so we're getting there. Hopefully I'll be on my way again soon, and we'll try and make it for one more charge to get home. So we've only got about 5 miles to go to the next service point, 24-mile range. So I've decided to try and push on to the next one, which is 16 miles away, which would be, yeah, there we go, there's 2 miles, or there's a northbound which is 15 miles. We've got 24 miles of range, so I'm going to give that a go. So I found a way of really helping when you get stuck on range. It's not clever, and don't do it. If you find a nice big lorry like this and you get up nice and close like we are, and just sit there at 55, 56 miles an hour behind the lorry that's speed restricted, with his lovely slipstream effect he's creating, then it really, really helps your range. But it takes you forever to get there. That's interesting. 24%, and I thought the battery was really low, and I was kind of cutting it a bit fine getting here, but at Franklin. So this was the opposite side of my very first charge this morning, and now this will be the last charge. And I'll work that out. I don't think we're going to have to give that a full charge, because I'm around 50 miles from home now. Considering there's still a quarter of a battery there, I think we can push it a bit more. We'll see. This last charge is quite a bit, £4. We're on 88%, which is plenty to get home now. So I'm going to kill this one and we'll be on our way. Right, hopefully that was the last charge. It says we have 69 miles of range and it's 43 miles home, but that means I can use a little bit more juice and not do 50 miles an hour and just drive normally. Hopefully. Off we go, the last stint. So this is my last stint now on the drive home. So I thought, I was kind of thinking about it, working it out. So charging in total, it cost me about £10 on the way down and about £8 on the way back, partly because that one was free, and also I've had one less charge on the way back up. And obviously I'll get home with very few miles, maybe 20 miles still range left, might be a bit less. So then I'll charge at home. But down to London and back, which is going to be around 335 miles, which not bad for £18. Now the downside, time. It'd probably take around 3 hours to drive it, but it's taken 6 hours each way. So with driving a little slower and the time for stops, it's kind of doubled the time it would have taken me just in like well, diesel BMW. So it has doubled it. So it's really not a feasible thing, but is it possible? This is all I had to use, and especially with the congestion charging that it's exempt from, and also the pollution charges in London, it allowed me to skip those, so that's a saving. But it does mean that charging and driving today are going to be 12 hours, and that on top of trying to do some work when I was there for the short time I was in London, makes a long old day. But it's possible, and there we go. So I hope you enjoyed it.